So great. Hello, everybody. And today we have one more successful student from our event career Kickstarter batch. Her name is Kruthi. And hello, Kruthi. How are you?
Hello, sir. I'm good. How are you?
Wonderful. So nice to see you. I'm always proud to see people like you and specifically you who have done so well for yourself.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. It's good to see
Well,
you too.
great. So, Kruthi, let's quickly talk about your journey in life pre Team.i
All right.
and from your your upbringing and let's talk a lot in detail as much as you want to share with the audience who's listening in right now.
Sure, sir. Yeah, like I already said, I'm Kruthi. So right now I'm 21. So before joining Team.i, actually while I was joining Team.i, I was doing my final year degree. I've done my schooling from an NGO called My Humanity Foundation, and my school has also helped me finish my degree. Oh, and while I was in school, I was a very proactive kid. Um, and I've represented my school at a lot of places like the Global Youth Leadership Summit, US, San Diego, and the Duke Talent Identification Program at the Mysore Infosys, and a lot of other such things. So that is how proactive I was at school. And talking about my background, I come from a family of five. My dad's an auto driver. My mom's a maid. I have two siblings, an elder brother and a younger sister. I'm the second child. So yeah, that's about my schooling. And then I did my degree from MES Degree College. And also, I am a social entrepreneur. I was recognized by the Ashoka Innovators as the Young Youth Venturer 2018. I was involved in educating migrant construction laborers and their children. So I used to do this while I was in my PUC. So after which I got recognized by Ashoka. So that's about my schooling and college.
Superb. What a superb journey you have had so far, and really it's going to get only better as we go along. But so much of entrepreneurship, so much of social work that you have done, so many things, right? Tell me what prompted you, Kruti, to join Team.i and why not any other institute? I mean, there is enough and more people in the marketplace teaching event management right now. Why did you join Team.i?
So to be very honest, I was never looking to join a college in the first place. With respect to event management, I was doing my degree. All I knew was that I like event management because I've been around people who are in the event management field. I've seen how hard they work. I've seen how the job is, and I really like it. So that is when I knew I like event management, and I'm also a freelance MC, so I'm around events a lot. So that is where I realized I like events, but I never really planned on joining a course specifically to study about event management or anything of that sort. But you must know Srinivas. He's from the same batch, so we're friends. So he's the one who did all the homework. He looked up on the internet. He did all his research, and he decided to go with it. And then he came to me and told, "See, this is something that I came across, and I'm doing this. I know this is your forte. Would you like to get into it?" And considering that he's a friend and he knows everything about me, where my interest lies, what I'm good at, he's seen me uh, from another point of view, wherein someone would be able to gauge whether or not I'm capable of being in this field. So he's seen me from that perspective. So which is why he told me, maybe this is something you'd like to do. Do you want to go forward with it? So it's just the trust. I believe that he's done his research and he was very confident about it. And I said, okay, all right, then I'll go ahead with it. That's how Team I happened.
So you have
I
trusted Srinivas's intuition for you to join Team.i. So
Yeah,
was his intuition good enough for you?
yes, absolutely, absolutely. He was not wrong at all.
Wonderful. So how was the course? How did the course go?
So the course was for 3 months. So we had Niyat sir teaching us. I definitely got into the course with expectations that I shouldn't have had. They were completely different. I had expectations from the point of view of a student studying in a regular college, expecting books and notes and stuff like that. And then once I got in, there was quite some time wherein I was not really sure why Neeraj sir was teaching what he was teaching. And but then after a point of time, we did realize because he was practically unfolding his whole life's journey. And like all of us know, practical knowledge is what matters the most. No matter how much theory you've gotten into your head, you do not have the practical knowledge, it's of no use. So Neeraj sir, like I told, he literally had to unfold his whole life through the course, and all that experience he has, all the knowledge that he has really helped us see the field from a whole other perspective. So yes, the course was the right choice.
It was the right choice.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's get a little specific, Kruthi. What were you taught and what value has this brought into your life?
Yeah, right. So, like any other student, I wanted to learn everything quick. Um, I just wanted to know everything that is there. So when he was teaching me about branding and how branding is important, brand mapping, and how it's really important to do our research before we approach a brand and all of that, we basically did this branding exercise throughout the whole course. And I didn't really understand why it was important. One, because I've not really worked as an event manager before. I was just starting to. And uh, two, nobody's even told me how important that is. So when he was doing this, I was like, we have to do this the whole course. What's the point? But then in the end, when Srinivas was applying for jobs and he came to me and told, see, this is why it was important. I see the point now. That is when I realized, yes, he was right.
Superb. So you went through an entire course wondering what value it will bring into your
Yeah,
life till you completed the course
of course.
and
So it
then you
practically
realized,
had to happen for me to realize this is the reason why he did it.
superb, superb. So you have been working, I understand you were working in an NGO, you're also working in some other space right now. I want to hear more about that work that you have done so far and why this paradigm shift in career, Kruti.
Right. So talking about the shifting career, like I told, I think in ECK, I'm the only student who is not actually a working professional. I
Right.
was still a student. I was given an exception. So like I told, I knew event management was my field of interest. So at that time, I was just a social entrepreneur. I was doing something that gave me a lot of joy. But I knew once I'm done with college, I have to do something that's also going to earn my bread and butter. So that is when I started thinking about jobs. I was really worried. As much as I wanted money, I also wanted to make sure that I'm earning money from something that actually interests me. So that was my major concern. So I found Team.i while I was still studying. So that was one positive because I had time. And I did not have any reason to worry about career because I was still a student. While I was doing this, I had a lot of time to think about it. And once I was done with the course, I hadn't. While I was doing the course, I was also doing an internship at a place called Milio. So I was working as an online events moderator. So for however the long the course was, that long I've also done the internship. And then after the internship was over, before I even wrote the examination, Team I was getting me interviews. But meanwhile, I also wanted to put in my effort, so I started applying to a lot of places, and places that I had no guarantee that I'll even get a reply from. So George P. Johnson was one such place. So I just sent in my resume and told, if there's anything, please just get back to me. And then after a few days, I got a call from the HR saying, this is from Josh P. Johnson. So there's this role. It's a temporary position, but would you like to take it? So the position was of a response executive. That does not really where my interest lies, but when I knew that the call was from Josh P. Johnson and I knew I had the chance to at least explore whether or not this is going to be something I'd like to do, I said, okay, yes. I'll do it. It's anyway a temporary job. Maybe I should just give it a try and see whether or not this works. So it was for a month. I joined as a response executive. I did it for a month. The job was fun. I did do the job really well. But then again, I realized what I actually like doing is being on ground, interacting with people in person. That is what I like doing. So I did make a lot of use out of that job. But then I also realized now it's time to look for something else. So I'm done with my Josh P. Johnson job. I've really gained a lot of knowledge from there. So now I'm really looking forward to inculcate it all and find something else.
Superb. And why did George P. Johnson choose you for this internship?
Right. So the moment they called me, they called me and said, "This is Kruthi, right?" Yes. And then the first thing they asked me was, "You've done your event management course from Team.i, is that right?" And I was like, "Yes, that's right." So that is when I realized the reason why I got a call back is because I carried the name Team.i on my resume. That is exactly why I got a call back. So, like I told you, it was right.
That is not true, Kruthi. You're a
Yeah.
very smart and a very intelligent human being. And
Thank
I
you
have
so
a
much,
lot of
sir.
respect for you. And
Thank
I
you.
really wish you all the best for the future. And yes, we will get you a permanent position soon. We are on the job, and that's going to go
Yes, sir.
on. Yeah,
Right, sir. Because Team has been getting me a lot of interviews, but it's just that I don't want to stick to the first thing that I get. So I've been exploring my options. So I'm definitely sure I'll get something really
superb. So, where do you see yourself in the future? How do you see uh, now you're a Team.i alumni, you have completed a course from Team.i. Where do you see yourself in the future? And I'm going to interview you again after 2, 3 years, Kruti. And we're
good.
going to
Sure.
compare this interview with that one.
Right. So where do I see myself in 5 years? In terms of money, I really don't have any expectation. I'd really like to be stable in life. But when it comes to work, I'd really like to be able to say that I'm happy with what I'm doing. Because right now, every other person I come across says I'm not happy with my job, it's very stressful, or I'm not happy with the money. And I've seen how hard it is to do a job that you don't like and yet do it just because the money is good or something. So I would not like to be one of those people who's going to crib about not having a good work life. So I really want to see myself saying I'm doing something that I really like and not be concerned about talking about the money at all. I just like to say happily that this is what I wanted to do and this is what I'm doing.
So fantastic. You're a great woman. So,
Thank you.
you're absolutely a fantastic human being, and I have the utmost respect for you, Kruti, and you know that, okay?
Thank you, sir.
The fight that you have gone through, and you're going to do very well. I will promise you that, okay? Whatever else happens, yeah?
Thank you.
So, any message that you would like to give to the future students of Team.i? Anything that you would like to tell them from your experience at Team.i?
Right. So Neeraj sir is the only teacher that I've met from Team.i, but I think he's a one-man army. So you don't really need anybody else. When I said he unfolds his whole life in front of you, he really does that. All his in anything that's happened in his career, the failures, the success, the tough times, the good times, everything. And that is more than enough practical knowledge one needs. So if you're going to get into Team.i, assuming that you'll be learning from books, you'll get a lot of theory. That is wrong. That's not going to happen. So come with an open mind, because what you are going to learn here is not something that you could have imagined, and it's definitely going to do you a lot good.
Superb, Kruti. You're a part of the family at Team.i, and you know that, and we are going to
Yes,
keep in
sir.
touch for the longest time ever.
Sure, sir. I'd love that.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you so much, sir.